Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 103 of the Battleship Brawl Season 4, and as you can see, we are into the Grand Finals. This is the Grand Finals bracket, which was seeded by Grand Finals rating of all the ships. Our first match is going to be the Tennessee versus the St. Augustin, which I've already got set up here. But you may be able to tell my throat is not doing fantastic today, so I may not be talking quite as much as I would normally. I will try and, commentate on the battle as best I can, but, it hurts. So I will be keeping that in mind as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get this battle started. The difference in volley size there is pretty striking. Is he taking a whole bunch of hits? Oof, that's a lot of health loss too. But all the guns survived. And the Augustin lost just as much health. Direct hit to the Tennessee's turret there, but it survived. The heavy armor cap is doing those guns some good. Alright, let's go check out the Augustin, see how she's doing. Tennessee actually has a hit point lead and a materials lead right now. The Augustin has lost several guns. If the Tennessee can just keep its guns alive long enough to make the Augustin run out of materials, it totally has a chance. A hit point lead still, though the materials are pretty much even. Tennessee's guns are packing quite a punch. Man, they are durable. This turret just took like 2 more hits, and all 3 barrels are still active. I mean, they've got barrel damage, but they're active. Basically a battle between gun spam and really high quality guns. Tennessee taking some hits to the stern there. That's a bit dangerous since that is where it keeps a lot of its JVGs. It loses the ability. It loses the ability to keep its opponent in its firing arc. Looks like the Tennessee is going to run out of materials first, though. But it has a 5% lead. It is in victory range. The Augustin is not going to have that much longer before it runs out of materials too. Another hit to the stern there. Augustin down to 86% and out of materials. Tennessee at 90% and out of materials. All of its guns are still active. Not a single barrel has been disabled. Except maybe this middle one has, actually. Let's see. Oh, it fired all three of those. And that is why the Tennessee is a Hall of Famer. She looks good in those turrets, those guns are extraordinarily durable, turns out. Well, that shell managed to get all the way down in here before it detonated. It's bouncing around. Oh! The Tennessee suffered its first major casualty. Did lose the rear turret back here, which is a lot of HP gone. Making this a much closer fight. The Augustin's going to be losing weapons like crazy now, with no way to fix them. This is a pretty close match. Tennessee is just outside of the 5% range it needs, you know, for a win. The Augustin is running dangerously low on guns. It has lost a lot of its armament. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 12 or so of its 30-something guns left. And Tennessee is sailing and fighting on, stalwart as ever. That HP gap is widening. It keeps landing hits to that barbette, though. It could very well take out this gun. It looks like something may have been damaged. But it is still fighting. All three barrels still active. Augustin down to 67%. The Augustin is down to maybe a half dozen guns left. That's another gun loss right there. Augustin is not doing so well. Just over 60% health. Takes much more, it is going to despawn and die. Wait, was I saying this was the stern of the Augustin earlier? It's the friggin' bow. I had it backwards. Oh, but the Tennessee is getting some really nasty listing going on. It could end up sinking before the Augustin is finished off. Another one of the turrets has been popped off. Uh-oh. Oh, that is an 80% in sinking. Tennessee just not quite able to hang on. Oh, that was so close. Augustin was down to 59%. Oh man, that's a shame. Here I thought the Tennessee had it on lock, and I look over and she's flopped over in the water and gets an 80% in sinking. Oh man. You can't get much closer than that. Alright, let's go ahead and get round two here underway. We'll see if anything goes a little bit differently, or if the Tennessee is just not quite there enough to defeat the Augustin. I mean, that was so close that just a few volleys of difference can... Oh! Tennessee lost a turret right in the opening volley here, but it has enough repairs that it may be able to bring that back online. We've seen it do it before. If it doesn't, that is bad
news.
Losing a gun this early, a quarter of its firepower gone in the very first volley, when it only lost by a hair's breadth before, that could make this battle much, much different. And not in a good way for the Tennessee. The Augustin landing a critical shot with its first volley. It had to have landed several, because we've seen the Tennessee's turrets take hits from this ship and more or less shrug it off, but did not that time. Let's check on that turret, see if she's back up. Ah, she is. Tennessee has all 4 guns functioning again. That is a lot of materials spent. Which brings the Tennessee that much closer to reaching that 80% sinking despawn once more. Augustin just has to keep applying that pressure and try to get the Tennessee to sink. Before the Tennessee destroys it. because the Tennessee is winning the hit point race. And it did that in round 1. It's doing that again here in round 2. So it's a matter of whether the Tennessee can stay afloat long enough to finish the Augustin off, because the Augustin is not going to sink. Tennessee needs to hope its guns stay alive. If it's out of materials, it can't fix them again. Needs to hope its guns stay alive while disabling as many of the Augustin's guns as it can. As fast as it can. And the hit point lead is not as big as it was last time when they both ran out of materials. The Tennessee had to repair some expensive blocks inside that turret. So far, all the guns on the Tennessee looking fine. Taking some barrel damage, but still operational. Round 2, once again, proving to be a very close match. What the Tennessee really should do, even though it's hard to get the AI to do this, is turn around and show its undamaged side before it starts listing. That may have been what it was trying to do in the last match, and that's what caused it to roll over, because it had so much damage on the one side. You can see there's a bit of a list starting already. And that may be from the left turn that the Tennessee is trying to make here. What Tennessee's doing is pulling its guns out of their firing arcs, going bow on to the Augustin. It may be trying to do exactly what I said and turn and face its undamaged side towards its enemy. Because it has the HP lead as long as it doesn't sink. It is winning. But this close and listing this much, these rear guns are actually not able to fire on the Augustin right now. She's getting really low in the water again. I think she's going to go down. There it is, below 80% sinking. Tennessee just not quite able to hold on and hold on long enough to take the Augustin down. Put up a really good fight though, that was a hell of a match. The Augustin's ability to not sink was the catalyst for victory today. So yeah, I'll have the bracket for the tournament linked down in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did, and I'll see you on the battlefield.